Welcome to Audubon at Home. My name is Ianna, and today we are reading In the Snow, Who's Been Here? By Lindsay, Barrett, George. In the snow, who's been here? It is cold and quiet on this winter morning. Cammy, do you want to go sledding on the hill by the old school? William asks. Sure, Cammy says. Mom says we can put out some corn for the animals on the way, William says. The children walk up the lane and cross the township road. They follow an old trail into the woods. Cammy stops to throw corn on the ground. William sees tracks between some berry bushes. Who's been here? Here's a hint. This animal has only its head showing. What do you notice? Do you think you might have seen this animal before? Does it look like a bird? Let's find out. A ruffed grouse. That's who it was. See, you can see the head, but now there's the whole body. William and Cammy hike up a small hill. They hear a bird song. Hoit, hoit, hoit. The children reach a clearing in the woods. The bird is gone. Fuzzy red balls sprinkle the snow under a clump of sumac. Who's been here? Here's our next hint. You can just see the top of this animal's head. It's bright red. It's got a little crest. Do you think you might have seen this animal before? I think you probably have. They stand out really well in the snow. A cardinal. There it is. Cardinals are bright red. They're really easy to spot. A trail winds along the frozen pond. William and his sister look up into the branches of an old oak tree. They see a leafy nest. Who's been here? Here's our next hint. I bet you've seen this animal in your backyard. They're gray and fuzzy. They've got big bushy tails. And they like to make big nests way up in trees. Do you know what animal this might be? A family of gray squirrels. There they are in the nest. So cute. The children pass a hemlock tree. Freshly cut and gnawed branches lie at the bottom of the tree, but there are no footprints. Who's been here? Here's our next hint. There are no footprints, but they had some other clues. Gnawed branches. What do you think might gnaw? Do you know what this animal might be? Do you have any guesses? Let's find out. A porcupine. That's who it was. They're very good at climbing trees. That's why there are no footprints. Let's put the rest of the corn under that white pine tree, Cammy says. They spread the corn and find a pellet of feathers and bones at the base of the tree. Who's been here? Here's our next hint. Some really big golden eyes. Who has eyes this big? They're so bright and large. They're really good for seeing in the dark. And they make pellets. What animal do you know of that makes pellets? Let's see who's been there. A great horned owl. There are those big eyes. That's who was there. William stops the toboggan. He sees a small hole in the snow. It is the entrance to a tunnel. Broken acorn shells surround the hole. Who's been here? This might be a tough one. It's not a squirrel because we already looked at a squirrel. What else might dig a hole and leave acorn shells behind? Here's a hint. Think about what kind of animals might eat acorns. Who might dig a hole in the winter? Do you know what animal this might be? Let's find out. Ah, chipmunk. That's who was there. It was a chipmunk. William and Cammy follow the trail down to the brook. They see tracks going in and out of the water. William finds a fish head on the bank. Who's been here? Here's our next hint. It's an animal that likes to eat fish. It lives near the water. You can see its face. It's got little black eyes and whiskers. Do you know what kind of animal this might be? Do you know who's been here? A mink and a trout. Mink love to eat trout. They're furry and they stay warm in the winter even though they go in the water. They got big teeth and they like to fish. A clump of birch trees grows along the trail. A patch of bark has been rubbed off one of the trees. Who's been here? So our last hint. Do you know what kind of animal this might be? All you can see are the antlers. What animals do you know of that have antlers? Have you ever spotted one in your backyard? Did you know that they like to rub up against trees? Let's find out who it is. A buck. A buck is a male deer. They have big antlers and they like to rub up against trees. And sometimes that's how you know where they've been. The trail passes through a gate in a stone wall and ends in an open field at the top of the hill. We're here, William says, and it's a long way down. Cammy finds a toboggan with a thermos of hot chocolate, 3 cups, and some donuts. I wonder who's been here, she asks. But William knows. Who would leave that behind? I think you know. It's their mom. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story and thank you for joining us for Audubon at Home.